of YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Viral's Movie Reviews, where I review movies that you guys suggest I go to the movies and see, or I feel like discussing. I haven't done one of these in a while. I have plans to. I have plans to do more. There's some movies that have been suggested. There's some movies that I've seen that I want to discuss here on the channel. I just, like everything else, I want to have time to sit down and make at least a decent, constructed review of sorts. But the film I'm talking about today is kind of how I used to do it, where I saw the movie yesterday, and I'm kind of talking about my reflections of the movie, kind of like a review slash impressions video of it after seeing it, and thinking about the film and digesting it for a day. The film in question is Kick-Ass 2, sequel to a film that I loved Kick-Ass. It was a fantastic film. I thought that it was well scripted, well acted, a really good mix of comedy and drama. And this sequel is a lot similar with that. It's still very funny, but it's also very, very serious. I did not realize this film was going to be this dark. Without spoiling anything, I'm not going to spoil anything. This movie is just, like, there's points where I was wanting a joke, because, I mean, it was serious. Like, there was a lot of crap going on in this movie that was pretty intense, to say the least. But they did do a good job of throwing the jokes in there and not making it seem like they were trying to get a laugh out of a bad situation. It was very well paced, and it was a good mixture of the two, of comedy and drama. I think that the action sequences in this were a lot better than they were in the first movie. I feel like there were more of them in this film than there were in the first movie. And obviously, with a bigger cast, if you don't know who is added to this movie, they have Night Bitch, who is played by Lindy Booth, who I remember seeing in something. They have Jim Carrey, obviously, coming in as Colonel Stars and Stripes. They have Donald Faison coming in as Dr. Gravity. So there's a lot of people added to this movie. But they don't detract away from Dave and Hit Girl, from the main characters of the movie. They just kind of add. They're supplemental in a good way. They're main supplemental characters, and they add to the universe in a really good way, not even just in a comedic way. Of course, Jim Carrey's character is funny, along with Donald Faison's, but they also have their moments of seriousness, and I like that about it. I like that. I kind of like the fact that it was the movie was bigger, not even just dramatically, just everything seemed bigger. The stakes seemed bigger. It seemed like a really good sequel. Everything was amped up to a good degree. It wasn't overblown. One of the characters introduced was Mother Russia, and she's probably the most extreme add-on to the movie in terms of scale and everything, because, I mean, Mother Russia is just this friggin' wall of force, and her first scene is probably one of the craziest fucking sequences in the entire movie. I mean, good God. I mean, and not even just is it just intense and action-wise. There's this rock rendition of the Tetris theme, which is an actual Russian song, obviously, but there's a rock version of that playing in the background, and it's this epic scene of just holy shit. I think that the film was just fantastically done. I've heard that they changed the ending, but I have no problem with it, mostly because I haven't read the comics, but I've heard that it's a good change. I don't know. I think it's good. I think that this film is really well done. I think that everyone is well represented. All of the actors in it do a really good job. I think that there's this whole subplot, or this whole side plot with Hit Girl trying to adapt to being a normal girl that I think was handled really well. I think that Dave's character, Aaron Taylor Johnson, the guy who plays Dave, Kick-Ass's role in this is done better, because obviously he's not the rookie, but he's also not the expert, and that's portrayed in this. It's an upgrade. He's upgrading himself in the movie, and it's handled really well. This movie is just handled really well. I really like this movie. I think that Chris D'Amico, Christopher Mintz-Plaisset's character, is great. He's a fantastic archetype to this wannabe supervillain. Like it's really great in the film to see him try so hard to be his father, but to an insane degree, to where he wears bondage gear as his villain and he's the motherfucker. Like, it's great. This film is great. It knows when to be funny, and it knows when to break up the drama with either a one-liner or just a really good sequence. The violence in this thing is fucking insane. I mean, good God. Like, I feel like Kick-Ass was a bit of a graphic film, but, like, it's more so in this. And I like that for it. It's not trying to be a PG-13, superhero movie, and it knows it. And I think that that's one of the great things about it. It's not trying to pull back. It's throwing everything, without being over the top. And that's, again, it's a lovely balance. It's a lovely balance, and I think that this film is just great. It's fantastic. I haven't seen many films this year. I've only seen 2, but I'd suggest going to see this one because it's really good. If you liked Kick-Ass, you'll probably love this. You'll probably love this a lot. It's a great film. It's a great film. It had me excited throughout the entire thing. It was a lovely trip, and it was awesome. It was great. Makes me want to read the comics more too. I don't know why I've never read the comics, but I want to read the Kick-Ass comics more now. But yeah, I don't know. It's really odd to say. It's a great film. It's a lovely step up from the original. Everything's amped up to the right degree. They did this really well. They did this really well. So, yeah. Even if you like superhero movies, check this out. It's really good. But yeah, it's my thoughts on Kick-Ass, my review / opinion on it. If you want to suggest a movie, feel free to in the comments below. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed this spoiler-free review. This is why I talk more about the story, but I'm trying to make it spoiler-free so that you can see the film for yourself and make a judgment for it. But I've been Viral Rack. You guys have good days, lives, and situations, and I'll see you another day.